Good morning, everyone. All right, just checking sure our placement's good. Welcome back to day 19 of the 24 Days of Bookish Yoga Challenge. I'm Stephanie Affinito, and I have been here every day of December with a festive book recommendation and a short, anywhere between 20 and 30-minute yoga practice to get you going in the morning. If you are new here, welcome. I am a literacy teacher, educator, and a bookologist, which basically means I curate reading and writing experiences for others to promote health, wellness, mindfulness, creativity, and whatever else you want to grow in your life. As part of that work, I've recently become a certified yoga teacher, and I'm putting this challenge out into the world to show up and to challenge myself to teach and to teach regularly. So today is day 19, and the book that I have for you today, and remember, I do have this calendar where I have all 24 books printed out, as well as some more for that hush week, as Beth Kempton likes to call it. Today's book is a wonderful one. I love it. It's called Kiss Me at Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, who is an author that you likely will know, and if you don't, Merry Christmas. Get going on the backlist. So Kiss Me at Christmas is about Harriet. Harriet has an adult daughter. She's in a funk over this Christmas. And when her daughter chooses to spend Christmas in the city without her, she kind of goes on a little wine-soaked adventure one night because she is just beside herself. And in that wine-soaked adventure happens to have a one-night stand that she would like to forget. Now let's fast forward a little bit, and she ends up getting herself tangled into these group of teenagers who were somewhere they weren't supposed to be. Now she kind of vouches for them and sticks up for them for reasons you'll figure out in the book. But because of that, she finds herself leading the final play at her winter theater. Now she's leading this particular group of kids through it almost as an act of community service. And in the process, she's working with the kids. She's working with the lawyer of the actual winter theater, who, yes, just so happens to be that wine-soaked one-night stand. So what happens is this chain of events on all sorts of fronts that just might change her mind about Christmas. Doesn't that sound good? That is Kiss Me at Christmas by Jenny Bayliss. So for today's practice, we are focusing on joy. I'll be honest with you, this morning was a rough morning. Before 4:30 a.m., a chain of events happened that put me in a terrible mood, literally before 4:30 a.m. And so we are going to change that mood and change that mindset, at least for me, on the mat. So join me in doing that and cultivating some joy today rather than some stress. Go ahead and come to Sukhasana position and just start rubbing your hands up and down your legs. Just that quick little somatic technique to ground yourself, get yourself in your body, away from the events that are happening off the mat. Now, I also invite you to bring in a metaphor for our practice. Now, if you were part of my longer yoga sessions, you would know that I blend reading, writing, and yoga into every 1 hour practice that I have. We start off with a meditation and a short essay or a poem. We then move into the yoga practice and we wrap it up with writing. So I want to invite you into a little teeny mini meditation with the metaphor of a snow globe. Now, I already told you that my morning was not the greatest. And one of the tricks I learned from Beth Kempton, I love her, who used to use this technique when she was feeling overwhelmed in very crowded stores. I use this technique whenever I need to get away from my surroundings. Basically, you picture yourself wherever you are. So right here, we are on our yoga mats. Go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that from above, this beautiful dome of crystal clear glass that is big enough just for you and your yoga mat. That's all it can encapsulate. It's dropping down slowly, 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 and then coming to a rest completely around you, literally sealing you in, but with plenty of oxygen, sealing you in to this dome-like structure. And then suddenly you realize that everything outside of that structure is muffled. It's quiet. The to-do list isn't calling to you as badly. The things that have taken place before you've gotten on your mat don't seem to be bothering you as much as they once did. And things just feel quieter and peaceful. And now I want you to imagine that suddenly, magically, joyfully, little itty bitty beautiful snowflakes start falling from the top of that dome. And yes, you find yourself on the inside of a cozy little snow globe just for you. And I want you to think about what that would feel like, right? If that actually came true. Doesn't Hallmark movies, it doesn't a Lifetime movie. What if that actually came true and you could just muffle yourself from the outside? Those little bits of snowflakes are raining down on you and you just feel joy for literally being in what feels like a magical fantasy experience. That is my favorite technique for escaping reality just for a little while. And so if you had your eyes closed during that, like I did, perhaps you blink them open and you keep that bubble, that cocoon, that domed glass around you and your yoga mat today as you work on cultivating joy from within. Happiness depends on external factors, but joy is an inside job. So let's get to it. In Sukhasana, in our little snow globe, let's just take a couple of shoulder rolls, deepen and lengthen our breath, get us nice and settled. And then we're going to come right over into table to go into a cat-cow. So hands spread nice and wide under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, and let's go ahead and drop our front body down, look up, deep breath in. And as you exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, push up out of your yoga mat and feel the stretch in the back side of your body. Maybe rock just a little bit forward and back. Let's come back to center and do it again. Drop down, look up, breathe in. Exhale and round all the way up. You can imagine those little pieces of snow twinkling down on you. Go ahead and do another cat-cow or two at your own pace. Everything else is muffled and quiet, and we'll wait for you until you get off the mat. Now let's find stillness back in table again, and let's raise our right arm high and straight into the air, giving a nice open chest and shoulder stretch. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, thread the needle under your left arm and rest your body down. Your left arm can come out in front of you, or if you'd like, you can fold it behind you so your fingers touch the right upper thigh. Deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. Go ahead and unpeel yourself back up to table. Let's raise that right arm back up for a counter stretch and set it down. Let's go to the other side. Left leg or left arm up high and straight to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, thread the needle all the way down. Rest that cheek on the mat. The arm can go out into the side for a bit of support, or it can come back and rest in a bind with your fingers lightly brushing the top of your left thigh. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Go ahead and unwind yourself back to tabletop. Let's raise that left arm back in the air for a counter stretch and come back down to table. From here, let's just sink back into a child's pose. Our legs can stay in the position they're in. Forehead to mat for a nice deep breath. And release. One more deep breath in. And release. From here, go ahead and push your legs up and go into our first downward dog. Really pedal it out here. It's the first one. Maybe you're feeling a little stiff this morning. Pedal, pedal, pedal. And then bring those feet to stillness. Turn the toes slightly in toward each other and raise that right leg high and straight behind you. Point those toes. Hips are square to the ground. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and swing that leg all the way up for a low lunge, knee down. Unhook your arm and just have a nice proud chest here for a second. Feel that position. Get ready because we're going to raise our arms up. So nice deep breath in, arms up. And as you exhale, clasp those hands behind your back. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, straighten that front leg. Bring those toes up to the ceiling and bow down. If this is too much for your balance, you can rest your fingertips by your side, or if you'd like that deeper stretch, of course, now I can't get back into it. Go ahead and clasp those hands behind you. Lean your back over, drop your head. Feel that nice good morning stretch. Deep breath in. And as you release, come back to that low lunge. Curl those toes, lift that knee, come back to plank, and back to downward dog. No flows in between here for this first one. We're going to do some different transitions today. So bring your toes a little bit closer together and lift and straighten that left leg up behind you. Point that toe, breathe in, square those hips. And as you exhale, bring that left leg all the way through to that low lunge. Drop your knee, unhook your toes, and just settle into this position. Deep breath in, raises, well, actually, let's just take a deep breath in first. Deep breath in and out. Now, deep breath in, raises our arms up. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Ground those shoulders down, proud chest. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, straighten that front leg, toes up to the ceiling, and bend it all the way over. Now again, your hands can come to the mat if that's a little too much for this morning, or if you like that deeper stretch, clasp those hands behind you, lean on over, relax your neck, relax your upper back. Breathe in, breathe out. And as you exhale, roll that front leg back into that low lunge position. Curl your toes, lift up, bring that left leg back to meet the right. And now let's flow. Let's move forward just a little inch. Bring yourself all the way down to your mat and lift up for cobra. Bring yourself back down, curl your toes, back to tabletop, and back to downward dog. From here, step or hop your way to the front of your mat, forward fold, and grasp your elbows gently and rock side to side. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Fingertips drop down to your toes. Go ahead and roll those hands up, halfway lift, Exhale all the way back down, forward fold. Bend those knees, slowly curl your body up, little by little by little, until you're standing in mountain pose. Deep breath in, arms overhead. And as you exhale, sink down to chair pose. Now look down at your toes and make sure that you're able to see whatever color nail polish you have on today. Your toes, your feet can be a little further apart, maybe an inch or two, or they can be completely sealed together, whatever is feeling good for you. Arms at your waist or up overhead, like me. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, prayer hands to heart and bring that left elbow over the right leg into a chair twist. Deep breath in and out. Really ground those hands together in prayer hands. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, make your way back to a forward fold. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees and roll it all the way to the top. Deep breath in, arms up overhead. Clasp your hands. Flip them so the palms are facing up and give yourself a teeny little back bend. Deep breath in, unflip, unclasp the hands. And as you exhale, prayer hands to heart and sink back into chair pose once again. Let's do that on the other side. So deep breath in. As you exhale, bring that right elbow over the left knee. Push into those prayer hands for a nice twist. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, deep breath out, back to forward fold. Now from forward fold, we're going to heel, toe our feet apart so that our toes are spilling just a little bit off the mat. Keeping your hands on the mat for support, bend those knees and come down into a malasana position. If this is too much, you might sit on a block. You might simply go back to chair pose. Stay here, feel into that. Remember that snow globe, keeping you nice and protected and joyful today. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, fingertips to the mat, push ourselves back up for a wider leg forward fold. Bend those knees and roll it slowly up. Roll your shoulders a couple of times at the top. And then we're going to shift our position on the mat and come in to a wide-legged star position. Talk about a joyful position. Look at the lighting. It's like it's a spotlight on me today. I've got to figure out this lighting. Go ahead and wiggle your fingertips. Stretch those arms out. Change the orientation of your feet if they are not looking like this, which is forward, completely grounding in the outside edge of those outer feet to give you some stability. Deep breath in and out. From here, we're going to shift into a warrior two. So pivot that right foot to the right side of your mat, your room. Go ahead and keep those arms straight and bend into warrior two. I am not sure what's going on with the lighting, if it's doing this weird thing for you too. So I apologize for that. We're in a nice, strong warrior two. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead into a side stretch. So our right forearm rests on our right knee. Our arm stretches overhead and we open up our chest just a little bit. Nice tight core here to support your back. Push that forearm down on your leg to bring that shoulder away from your ear and breathe in. Go ahead and flip that back arm down. We're back up to warrior two. And we're simply going to bring our feet back to where we started. Star pose. Deep breath in and out. Time for the other side. Pivot that left foot to the left side of the room. Nice knee bend. Check your placement. Maybe you have to adjust yourself a little bit. Arms out straight. Nice strong warrior two. Breathe in. And as you exhale, side angle over to the other side. Again, put some pressure in that left forearm so that you are strong and lengthened. You're not dipping that shoulder down to the ear. If this is too much, your arm can simply raise up high. I'm going to go ahead and keep it over and then open up my front body a bit more. Breathe in and out. Back up to warrior two and back up to our star position. But this time we're going to link our hands overhead, prayer hands, and bring it all the way down to a wide leg forward fold, letting your fingertips rest on the mat. Breathe deeply here. As you exhale, bend those knees into a nice wide stance and roll it all the way up. Shoulder roll. All right, let's do that again with a little variation. Star position, deep breath in. And as you exhale, pivot that right foot, but keep it straight. Keep it straight. Keep those arms straight out. Lean, lean, lean as far forward as you can with a nice straight leg and arm, and then tip down for a triangle pose. You can be here with your hand resting on your ankle. You can be here hovering for more of a core workout, or gently touch your fingers onto the mat. Deep breath in and out. Go ahead and bend that knee. It's a little bit easier to come up that way. Warrior two, back up straight. Flip that right foot back in, star pose. Deep breath in and out. Time to switch. Pivot that left foot. You're getting the rhythm now, right? Straight legs, straight arms. Lean at the hips all the way over until you can't anymore. And tip it all the way down to triangle pose. You can be here, here, or here. Nice deep breath in and out. Bend that knee just to make it easier to come up if you'd like. Straighten and back together. Deep breath in, keep those arms out straight. And as you exhale, bring them into another forward fold down to the mat. Maybe this forward fold feels a little better, a little more lengthened, a little stretched. I'm just going to kind of pivot my hips back and forth to feel that stretch in my inner legs a little bit more. Let's go ahead and bend those knees, roll it all the way up. Shoulder roll. Back to star position. Such a powerful position. Deep breath in and out. Our last series, let's go ahead and pivot our right foot back. Let's go back to that warrior two. Adjust if you need to based on where your knees and legs are. From here, deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind you, clasp them down to bring those shoulders down, and then turn towards the right side of the room. So it pivots you almost into a warrior one. Lean over, over, over until your right shoulder is resting on your right thigh into a humble warrior. If this is too much with your hands clasped behind your back, go ahead and bring them to the mat for support. I'm going to go ahead and keep mine clasped. Breathe in. And as you exhale, bring yourself back to warrior two, clasped hands. Back to warrior two. And back up to star pose. It's an arm workout today too. And exhale. Let's repeat on the other side. Left foot pivots out. Reorient myself here in the mat. Nice strong warrior two. Bring those hands behind you, clasp them, ground those shoulders down. Turn to look over your leg and slowly come down for a humble warrior. Your left shoulder, your left side of your chest basically rest on that left top leg. Breathe in. Again, lower those hands if you need. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, push yourself back up. Unclasp those hands. Warrior two. And back to our star position. Last wide leg forward fold. Go ahead and hinge at the hips. Nice straight back until we get down to the bottom and we drop it down. Let your neck hang here. Shake it yes. Shake it no. Maybe you tilt those inner thighs again. Maybe you grasp elbows. That helps anchor you down more. Whatever works for you. Bend those knees and come back up to a standing position. From here, we're going to step back to the top of our mat for one last flow. So deep breath in, arms up overhead. Deep breath out, swoop those arms all the way down for forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat, bend the knees, back to plank position. Let's take one nice deep breath in this strong plank position. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop those knees and come back to a child's pose. Deep breath in and deep breath out. From here, go ahead and drag your hands up. We're going to move into a Sukhasana position again. A little spinal twist. So deep breath in, arms up overhead. And as you exhale, twist to the left side of your body. Right hand comes on your left knee, left arm behind you. And give yourself a little bit of gentle pressure for this twist. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper to the pose. Deep breath in, unwind, hands back overhead. And deep breath out, twist to the other side. Left hand on right knee, right hand back behind you for support. Breathe in. As you exhale, twist a little bit more deeply into that pose. Tighten that core. And breathe out. Back to center. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Hands to heart. One last final move. We're going to end in a nice forward fold. So put that snow globe back around you. See the snow twinkling. The world around you is still muffled. You've still got a couple of seconds yet, all for you. Now, I encourage you today to actually bend your knees in this supported forward fold. If you'd like the full forward fold, go for it. It'll give you a deeper stretch. But for me today, I'm going to bend my knees up a little bit, straighten my spine, deep breath in, arms overhead. And as I exhale, I'm going to rest my body over my legs, but I want them bent because I want to feel that support underneath my chest. And just let your head hang and relax. Your hands can be by your side. They can be grasping your feet, resting on your legs, wherever that's comfortable for you. And let's just take 3 deep breaths at your own pace. Really hear your breath. Come back up to seated. Back up to Sukhasana. Nice straight spine. We're going to end in Sukhasana today. Deep breath in. And go ahead and cactus your arms. Deep breath out for one last upper body stretch. Deep breath in, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. I hope you enjoyed that one. There's a little less flowing, but some nice repetitive moves that cultivate strength and power and hopefully joy, imagining yourself in your own little cocoon this morning. As a reminder, the book for today is Kiss Me at Christmas by Jenny Bayless, and is an adult mom whose child is not home for Christmas, and she gets herself in a little bit of conundrum with a drunken one-night stand and unexpectedly finds herself in charge of the winter play with a group of kids that may or may not have been up to something mischievous. What happens next are the connections between all the characters who end up finding in their own way perhaps the true meaning of Christmas. So, Kiss Me at Christmas by Jenny Bayless. I hope you pick it up. I hope you feel good this morning, and I hope you take that snow globe analogy with you whenever you need it. It's a good one to just lock yourself in the bathroom and do for 1 minute if you need a break from all of the holiday festivities going on. And for me, is an instant soother. All right, everyone. Thanks for hopping into day 19, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.